Hello, everyone. This is Peggy with Helping Services. In honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, we are doing interviews with um, workers in the field and other people. Today, I have a survivor of domestic violence. She would like to remain anonymous, so we're just going to call her Jane Doe for now. Um, and I'd like to introduce her. She is a survivor of domestic violence. Um, she demonstrates resiliency and strength every day for everything she's done to get through her situations. So I just want to thank her for being here with me today and answering some of these questions. So I'm just going to get started. Um, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your situation, just in general terms?
So my ex-husband and we met about 8 or 9 years ago, and I was 18, and I grew up in foster care. So the first thing I wanted to do when I was 18 is get out of the house, go party and, make bad choices. And I was kind of attracted to the bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
And so that went on for years and years. I ended up getting pregnant and I miscarried the first time. And we were both not making the best choices. I ended up going to prison. When I got out, I figured, we're just gonna, we're just all gonna be happy. We're gonna, we're gonna live a normal life and, just be happy. So that didn't work the way I planned. Nothing will ever change with him. It was, first, because I was on probation, it was, I'm going to call your PO and I'm going to put drugs in your food and then call your PO if you leave me. It started with that. And that was kind of, I couldn't leave because I'd go to prison. If I left him, he was going to try to tell my PO, just some evil things like that. Anyways, it was only a couple months after I got out of prison that I got pregnant. And, I figured, this is our chance, since I'm doing better with my life, that maybe this will work out. I figured he's going to treat me better because, I'm having a baby. He's going to stop calling me names. He's going to, actually be sincere when he says sorry. Nothing changed, though. I was about 4 or 5 months pregnant. He was drunk and threw a chair because he wet himself. He peed himself. So I was trying to change his clothes and he got mad at me and threw a chair. That was the first time I went to the hospital. I called my mom, and at the time I was mad at myself for calling my mom because she made me leave him. And so I was like, no, I love him. He loves me. And I went back to him. My mom was very disappointed in me that that I went back. I mean, it had been at this time 4 years of back and forth, but I figured this time was different because we're having a baby. We're gonna, he didn't mean to. So sorry, my friend's in the other room with my daughter. She's the neighbor. So, I stayed with him for a few more months till my daughter was, actually about another year, because my daughter was 10 months. And I got a black eye. And then, of course, first thing I do is call my mom, and she helps me to go to the shelter. It's like in a small town, I don't know, hour and a half away. I was there not quite a month because I did not change my number like my mom had suggested. I was like, he's got to be able to get a hold of me for his daughter, and he loves his daughter. Well, we went together, my daughter and I, to that shelter. We were there, like a month. But because I didn't change my number, he would call and say he was going to change, and I fell for it. So I came home. And then he proposed. So I figured, we have a baby. We're going to get married. It's all going to be better. He would always say he was sorry. And I kept, believing it. So it didn't, though. It got worse after we got married. I got pregnant with our second daughter, and I started a job. That was horrible because you're at work, you must be cheating on me. You would call my job. Is she really there? And it eventually got to the point where the manager there, you need to tell him to stop. Well, he's not going to listen to me. So I almost lost my job, but I didn't. And then that daughter, who is now 2, was, I would say, 8, 9 months old, I think, when I made the choice to actually leave him. Because my oldest daughter had called me a bitch, but in a different language, which was his language. But she would always hear him say that to me, and I couldn't, having 2 daughters, I couldn't have them grow up and have a man treat them like that. I mean, I have 2 daughters. Yeah. I didn't want, you're a bitch, you're worthless, you're stupid. Oh, I'm sorry, though. I didn't mean it. Yeah. Every 10 minutes, I couldn't do that with 2 daughters. So I left. And with helping services, they kind of helped me to realize you are more than what he says you are. The constantly taking your paychecks from work, making your kids call you names, calling your work to make sure you're really there, threatening to tell your PO because if you ever left. Things like that are not normal, and I wouldn't have realized that. Number one, my mom, but also helping services helped me to leave and stay gone. Mm-hmm. And I think I wouldn't have had the resources if it wasn't for them, like goal setting and that's small goals, long-term goals. That's really what did it. So, yeah.
What would you say is the most important message for those who experience domestic violence and what they should know?
Like the message.
What would you tell someone who may be going through a situation that you would? What is the best?
You are never stuck. You are never stuck. Even if you think you are, even if, he's going to take your kids to Mexico or he's going to call your PO, whatever he threatens, or she, that could be, you are never stuck. There is always a way out, even if it might not seem like it.
Okay. And what's something you would want someone to know who's trying to help a survivor? Like, what advice can you give someone who's out there trying to help?
That you love them no matter what, just like my mom did since day one, and she just wants the best for me. And it's not easy when she would keep watching me go back to him. But her constant reassurance that she wanted the best for me and she couldn't stand seeing me hurt over and over. Mm-hmm. That I know it wasn't easy for her, but I guess just always being there no matter what, never giving up on me, that eventually I would figure it out.
Well, that's great advice. And I just want to thank you so much for sitting down with me today and, getting out the message that there is hope. There is ways to get out. It may not be the easiest process, but there is help out there to do it. And I just want to thank you so much for doing this. You continue to be an inspiration to myself and others through your strength and perseverance. And, I'm just happy that you were able to, be happy with your girls now and live in a safe household.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Thanks again.